What was Mudhoney's role in the 90s grunge scene? Imagine a band that helped shape a musical movement but never chased fame. That's exactly what Mudhoney did during the rise of the grunge explosion in the 1990s. They formed in Seattle in 1988, coming from the ashes of a band called Green River. Green River is often credited with starting grunge because they mixed garage rock, punk, heavy metal, and blues into a new sound. Mudhoney's lineup included Mark Arm on vocals and rhythm guitar, Steve Turner on lead guitar, Matt Lukin on bass, and Dan Peters on drums. Their early work was raw and loud, with a distorted style that became a signature of the Seattle scene. They were the first band signed to Sub Pop, the independent label that became the heart of grunge. Their debut single, Touch Me I Am Sick, in 1988, was a loud, gritty track that set the tone for the genre. It was followed by other influential releases like Sweet Young Thing Ain't Sweet No More and the Superfuzz Big Muff Ep. These records created what is now called the Sub Pop sound, which inspired bands like Soundgarden, Nirvana, and L7. Mudhoney's music was embraced by college radio stations, and they toured with bands like Sonic Youth, helping to spread the grunge style beyond Seattle. When the 1990s arrived and bands like Nirvana and Pearl Jam became worldwide sensations, Mudhoney stayed true to their underground roots. In 1992, they signed with Reprise Records, a major label subsidiary of Warner Brothers. Their album Piece of Cake showed a shift toward garage rock, but they kept their rebellious spirit. What made Mudhoney stand out was their attitude. Mark Arm and Steve Turner never aimed to be pop stars. They focused on making music they loved, not chasing commercial success. Their honesty and resistance to the mainstream made them icons of the alternative scene. Throughout the 1990s, Mudhoney kept releasing albums and touring, including 3 on Reprise before returning to Sub Pop. They proved that a band could stay true to their roots and still influence a whole generation. Their role in the 1990s grunge explosion was that of originators and defenders of the underground ethos. They helped shape the sound and spirit of grunge while maintaining artistic integrity. Mudhoney's influence on the scene and on bands like Nirvana is undeniable. They showed that staying authentic and true to your style can leave a lasting mark on music history. Their work during this era kept the grunge movement alive and inspired countless bands to follow their own path.